This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of July 4th, 2022. Been a hell of a year so far, huh? Let's declare this the week of me time. It's all over the skies. Take the respite. Sink yourself into it. Give yourself downtime. Take care of yourself. The beginning of the week has a palpable shift in energy. It's going to get simultaneously touchier, more sensitive, more emotional, and calmer, more grounded. At least for a little while, please avail yourself of this. 2 planets change mode on the 5th on the same day and then link up. Communication and action, information flow and drive. Mercury, planet that rules everything that goes in and out of our mouths and minds, leaves his home of Gemini, where things have just been a flurry of activity, and moves into Cancer, which can be very tender, very private, very quiet, very taking everything personally, kind of pissy, kind of pouty. Those are all potentials, but it definitely softens the information flow, softens what's going on in our minds, softens what we're saying, what we're thinking about. And Mars, on the same day, moves into Taurus. Interestingly, Mercury and Mars are both coming out of signs that they rule and going into other modes that are not completely in keeping with their general behavior. Mercury rules Gemini, Mars rules Aries, and now he's moving into Taurus. Instead of firing everybody and everything up to be fighters, argumentative, going after things, Mars is sliding into denser, slower, more grounded, more tactile, concrete, firm energy. Mars in Aries wants to ram against something, push something. Mars in Taurus wants to touch it, work with it, manipulate it physically. And these 2 planets, Mercury and Mars, immediately make an opportunity aspect. You may very quickly have a door or a window open to getting some tangible information, some practical, concrete information, to finding out something that affects your security, perhaps financially, because Cancer and Taurus are both very much about what do I have that makes me feel safe. And we could just have an epidemic of people being really focused on what they're consuming and eating their emotions for a little bit. If it happens. And as for emotions, there's quite a backlog to come to the surface, to get expressed, to get released, expelled, cried maybe. And by the 9th, everything could be supersized with what you're feeling, sentimentality, nostalgia, tenderness. Again, I say pissiness. Sorry, do not hate me, Cancers. Maybe some pity party. Maybe that would be appropriate. And as we get toward the weekend, there's an opportunity for everybody's favorite development, personal growth. This has to do with the personal ramifications, potentials, and actually benefits, maybe, of all the radical change that's been going on around us. If the outer world appears to be crumbling or going crazy, how do you step into your own power? Information, thoughts, ideas, hints have been coming at you since probably end of October. Now you will have the opportunity to assimilate and proceed. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. In fact, another name for the week is Be Kind to Yourself Week. Because you have been through a lot. We all have. Why not be gentle? The skies are offering the opportunity to kick back and just be quiet and nice to ourselves. Please indulge in it. Homing thought of the week. It's time to feel the feels. Song of the week. Ice Cream from the musical She Loves Me. And the image of the week is sending a lot of messages out while you're soaking in a hot tub. You'll learn more about this in my forecast for the month of July, which is already up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 30 years' experience. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And this week I am replaying my conversation with Robert Glasscock about the U.S. Pluto return. We had this conversation in February, and you can now look at what has transpired since then, because we're coming up on the second pass of the Pluto return later this month, and see how that has played out. I host lively conversation on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited in the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. I have a lot of bonus material at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful for the people who support my work there. I post on Instagram at @KABiehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.